Hi, everybody. It's Pastor Rob with today's Bible Break Devotion. We're continuing our series, Principles in Proverbs. Now, I'm going to take a little stretch. We're going to go one book over. We're going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes, also one of the books of wisdom in the Old Testament. You've got the book of Proverbs, the book of Ecclesiastes, the book of Song of Solomon. God is the author of all three of these books, but he used Solomon as the human instrument to receive by inspiration and then to pen them down. And so from Proverbs, we're going to just go one book over to the book of Ecclesiastes. In Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. Now, God gave the wisdom of Proverbs, or the inspiration of Proverbs, when Solomon was a young man or in his prime of his life. God gave to Solomon the inspiration for Ecclesiastes as an old man. And he's looking back over much of his life and realizing how much of an idiot he was and how much of a fool he was and how much he wasted his life and how vain the pursuits of life are. But there's a tremendous truth in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and by the way, the title of the video today is Tremendous Truth for Troubling Times. My friend, we are in some troubling times, and people are very troubled about the times. But in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1, I want you to listen to this. If you don't listen, read it, please, by all means. It says, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven." Did you catch that? It says this, to everything there is a season. And I want to give you this tremendous truth for troubling times because a lot of people are troubled right now. Let me just say this right up front. There's a lot of people who are striking matches and throwing them on the kindling of people's soreness and irritation right now. And my friend, let me tell you, they're trying to start a fire. They're trying to burn their country down and your country down because they're not happy with what's happened or how things are happening and all these different things. But listen, let me give you from the Bible a tremendous truth for troubling times. And you that are troubled, listen, the Bible says, rest with us. Now listen, seasons. This is a season of life. There's so many folks like, this is the end. We have no hope. It's a blah, 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 blah. Listen, my friend, seasons. The Bible says to everything there is a season. Let me give you 4 truths about seasons, all right? Number 1, life is comprised of seasons. God gave us seasons on the outside to understand physically, to understand spiritually, and in historically that there are seasons of life. You go back and you study history, and seasons come and seasons go. Now, there are 4 seasons, right? We all know that. In Michigan, we have summer. Summer is one of our seasons, and then we have the second season is going into winter. Our third season is winter, and then the fourth season is coming out of winter. So we have 3 seasons. One is winter and one is summer. But anyway, some of the rest of you folks in the lower latitudes actually have spring, summer, winter, and fall. We don't have that luxury here in Michigan. We have a lot of winter and a little bit of summer, and a very short fall and a very short spring. Now listen, but the thing is, life is comprised of seasons. My friends, listen, don't get yourself to the point where you think, this is it, there's no hope, we'll never recover, we'll never come out of this. Listen, my friend, life is comprised of seasons. Number 2, seasons change. Hey, what a mind-blowing thought. Seasons change, all right? Right now, we're in the winter season, but the good news is the season is going to change. Now listen, you may not like the season you're in, and so the good news is the season is about to change. Now, the other major, you may like the season you're in, and I think a lot of the irritation that's coming, a lot of the fomentation is this. They like the season they're in. They don't want the season to change. Well, listen, my friend, we all like summer, but whether we like summer, love summer, can't wait to have summer, it'd be nice to have summer all the time. But listen, the season is going to change. That's a truth about seasons. Number 1, life is comprised of seasons. Number 2, seasons change. If you don't like the season, hey, and welcome to Michigan. The season is going to change. We can have 3 seasons in one day. But listen, don't let go hold of this. Seasons change, all right? You're going into a season. You may not like it. You may not appreciate it. But listen, that season's going to come and that season's going to go. Hey, winter's here right now and we can't wait for it to go. Eventually, the season will change. Listen, my friend, with God, there is hope. God has he said, listen, springtime and harvest will never fail as long as his grace is on the earth. My friend, listen, and by the way, that's the Pastor Polful paraphrase in that verse in Genesis after the flood. Number three, some seasons you enjoy, some seasons you endure, okay? Number 1, life is comprised of seasons. Number 2, seasons change. Number 3, some seasons you enjoy, and some seasons you endure, all right? That's a truth about seasons. Some seasons you enjoy, and some seasons you endure. Listen, you may be going in or through a season that you having to endure, but the wonderful thing is life is comprised of seasons. Seasons always change. Listen, a season that you will enjoy is coming up, all right? And now listen, number 4, very briefly, another season is coming. It's interesting. The Bible says this many times. After these things. It's a great little phrase. Look that phrase up. After these things. That phrase appears through Genesis all the way through to Revelation. Listen, my friend, right now, people are in these things. And they don't think that these things are ever going to change. But the Bible says over and over again, after these things. My friend, listen, there is another season coming. The Bible also says that it came to pass. You know what that means? It means that the time we were in passed. Listen, my friend, I know that people are looking with dismay and disgust on things that are in our country and things that are coming and all the different things that are that we're looking at and looking around and looking forward to. I think of that Bible verse in Matthew. It says that men's heart were fearing them, failing them for the things that were coming upon the earth. Listen, these things, it shall come to pass. The days we're in, they shall pass. So listen, my friend, God gave us seasons on the outside to understand seasons on the inside, both historically and personally. Life is comprised of seasons. Seasons change. Some seasons you enjoy, some seasons you endure. But listen, another season is coming. Listen, be faithful, be godly, be right, do what God has you to do. Pray, work, win, soul win, and live for God, my friend, and you'll make it through this season. God bless you, my friend. I hope this this video has been a help and encouragement to you like it was to me. Until we meet again, let's keep looking unto Jesus.